I'm extrapolating a much bigger valuation on this company. All right, welcome to Talking Investing. I am Tom. This is not financial advice. We're here to talk about all things investing, and today I want to talk about CleanSpark, stock ticker CLSK. CleanSpark is a Bitcoin mining company in addition to an energy efficiency company. So I want to go through today and talk about their recent price activity and their valuation. Because for me, something is not adding up at all. So I want to walk you through what I'm looking at, and you can draw a conclusion for yourself. But let me show you what I'm thinking. This is CleanSpark's website. This is their stock information page. So today is Tuesday morning. It's pre-market. So this is showing yesterday's results, which was Monday the 20th. CleanSpark was down 9.77%, down to $11.64. What I want to look at is this right here. Their market cap right now is $414.28 million. I want to try to make sense out of that because I think that that is grossly undervalued in my opinion. So I'm going to show you why I think that. Okay, this is CleanSpark's chart for the year 2021. I'm going to pick two dates in specific and walk through the numbers on those two dates, and we're going to compare that to what's happening today. The first day that I'm going to pick is January 7th. So you'll see on January 7th, CleanSpark was trading up around $42, actually a little bit over $42. So that was January 7th. Okay, the next day I'm going to pick is April 1st. So you'll see that CleanSpark was trading at around $24.72 that day, and I think it was actually opened at $24.50. So those are the two numbers I want to focus on. So you can see it looks like the stock has pulled back quite a bit from January to April. However, they did issue some additional shares, so I'm going to run through the math. It has pulled back. The market cap did go down. It's not quite as much as it looks like. So I'd like to go to a spreadsheet and do the math on this. First, we need to look at two numbers. So this is their December 31st quarterly report. This is their 10Q that they filed to the SEC. So if we look at their balance sheet, you'll see that on December 31st, you'll see that they had 24,070,531 shares outstanding. So that is the number we're going to use to do our math, because on January 7th, they would have had that many shares since they had that many on December 31st. The other number that we need to look at is the March 31st number. So this is the March 31st 10Q that they would have sent to the SEC. And this is their balance sheet, and this shows that they had outstanding shares of 33,874,000. I just wanted to show you that was my source documentation. This is where I'm getting my information from. It's straight off of the 10Qs. So I've put an incredibly basic spreadsheet together here, comparing the two dates that we just looked up the information for versus today, pre-market. So on January 7th, we saw that they had 24 million shares outstanding, and they were trading for $42.50. That puts them at a market cap of just over $1 billion at the beginning of the year this year. By April 1st, they were trading at $24.50. However, they now had 33,874,152 shares outstanding. So if you do the math, that leaves them at a market cap of $829,916,724. They went from approximately a $1 billion market cap company in January to about an $800 million market cap company in April. So today we have a valuation of $414 million. So if we do the math, today's market cap versus January 7th, this stock is down 60% from a market cap valuation. And remember, it's market cap that matters. Share price varies based on the number of shares that you have outstanding. So apples to apples, we're down 60% from January 7th. And if you compare it to April 1st, we're down 50%. So the market cap of CleanSpark is down 50% since April 1st. So let's look at what's happened since then to see if that makes sense, because I think you're going to see the exact opposite should have happened. This company has been growing at a massive rate. This is probably one of the fastest growth companies in the entire stock market right now. There are a few other Bitcoin mining companies that are growing at, a similar rate, and there's a few other companies throughout the market, but this is this is top 1% growth stock in the entire market. And as you're going to see here, for whatever reason, its valuation has been cut in half. All right, so real quickly, this is another spreadsheet that I put together. So you can see from 2019 to 2020, this company basically doubled in revenue. So they went from about $4.5 million to $10 million. As of September 30th, 2020, this was not a Bitcoin mining company. They had no interest in any Bitcoin mining activity at all. They had mined 0 Bitcoin. A few months later in December, either in November or December, they purchased a very small Bitcoin mining company that had 0.2 exahash per second of mining capacity. December, I believe, was the first month that they mined any Bitcoin. They had a range of $49 million to $63 million that they were estimating for this year's revenue. So I went with the absolute lowest end of the range, just to be conservative. So with that, that takes a $10 million company to $49 million. So that is a 389% increase in revenue. More importantly than that, their gross profit has changed drastically now that they are in the Bitcoin mining business. So at the year ended September 30th, 2020, with no Bitcoin mining, they were at a 21% gross profit margin. Right now, throughout this year, they've been operating at around a 70% gross profit margin. I used that number. That number, I believe, will get better as they scale up, so it could go up to as much as 80% gross profit, but I left it alone at 70% gross profit. You can see that this is a company, if we do a 2-year comparison from last year to next year, you will see right here the projected growth in revenue is 1,894% in a 2-year period. So that was from last year to next year. Now, the projected growth in gross profit, because of the massive increase in revenue, as well as the massive increase in their gross profit projection, and again, these are my numbers, so this is not financial information. These include a lot of my estimates, so you're going to have to take them for what they're worth and do your own due diligence to double check my facts here. But the way I'm looking at this is a 6,484% increase in gross profit. They reported earnings a few months ago, and there were some big bonuses to management, and so they did not show a profit in that quarter. But you will see from their projections that they will quickly be showing a profit, and that profit is going to become significant as long as they stick to their plan. This is from their investor relations presentation. So this is a graphic representation of their hash rate over time. So you'll see, like I said, back in January of this year, when they started, they were at 0.2 exahash. As of August, I believe they were at 0.84 exahash. They're projecting at September, they're going to be at 1.2 exahash. So from 0.2 exahash to 1.2 exahash, that is a 6x. So in the period of time that their hash rate has 6x'd, and you will see their Bitcoin production has more than 6x'd, this company's market cap has been cut in half. But that's only the beginning, because you will see that they have planned to get by September of 2022 to 3.4 exahash per second of Bitcoin mining. So that is another basically triple from where they are right here. So from January of 2021 to September of 2022, if they can stay on this plan, they will have 17x their Bitcoin mining hash rate. So that is obviously monumental growth, even at Bitcoin $40,000. This company is massively profitable. This is Bitcoin highlights, prior quarters. So quarter one, they mined 31 Bitcoin in that quarter. Now you'll see this escalates. Over the next quarter, they went from 31 to 144 in Q2, and then from Q2 to Q3, they mined 190 Bitcoin. So they're dramatically increasing their Bitcoin per quarter. Now, as of July 2021, you can see here they say their average Bitcoin mined per day was about 4.8. So that is up from 2.1 last quarter to 4.8. So that has already more than doubled. However, let's go to the next page. Okay. Production capacity. You'll see on August 14th, they were at 0.82 exahash or 820 petahash per second, which equals 6.7 Bitcoins mined per day. In one quarter, they went from 2 Bitcoins mined per day to 6.7 Bitcoins mined per day. That's more than a triple quarter over quarter from the third quarter to the fourth quarter of 2021. And they anticipate continuing to grow at a rate similar to this. Their future mining capacity that has already been procured, so in other words, they've already purchased and partially paid for these machines, is 3.2 exahash. So that's another quadruple from where they are right now. So every indication, every way that I can look at this, this looks like a massive growth company that has already experienced massive growth. They've already set themselves up for considerable more growth over the coming year or year and a half. Yet, for some reason, their stock has gone from $1 billion market cap to a $400 million market cap. So I have no line of reasoning that I can follow for that to make sense. It is my opinion that this stock is radically undervalued. So I'm just going to wrap this up by quickly looking at their chart. I've zoomed in here to the last few months. So you can see yesterday they closed under $12. I'm looking at a few lines. There was a pretty solid line of support at $12.44 in the short term. Just as recently as August 10th, they were trading up at $15.68. So to me, those are some very short-term price targets. However, as you saw from my numbers, I'm extrapolating a much bigger valuation on this company. So I have some short-term targets at around $15 and then at around $20, but I'm expecting this stock to run up considerably higher than that over the next 18 months. So this one's about time. I will be buying and holding this because right now I feel it is undervalued. Sometimes it takes time for a stock to catch up to its true valuation. So I am willing to wait. I believe there are very big things ahead for CleanSpark. So those are my thoughts on CleanSpark. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.